right, so for the 2-8 art class, please make sure to watch this short video, and then you're going to respond to this do now. This is your prepared for class points. So make sure that you go through it. All of the answers are in the video. We'll go over it as a class afterwards. Remember that if you do not fill this out, this is 20% of your grade. If you get any of the questions incorrect, you can resubmit it. Same expectations. This is the connection. You can respond to this either in the comment section on Google Classroom or email me a response to it to make up points if you didn't do so during class. So the steps for today are open a template of Legos, use the magic wand to select the Lego, copy and paste it, and then cover that part of the template. You'll duplicate it to make 2 more Legos, copy and paste 1 more to rotate it to be upside down, and sign your name. You have the option to make it into a robot or person by adding lines for arms. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using a tool called the Magic Wand tool so that you can select and move individual Legos from the left-hand side, which is almost like kind of like a word bank, onto the right-hand side to fit on top of the template. So this is because we've seen how to move whole layers, how to get rid of backgrounds, but now we want to look at how we can capture just one shape or just one part of the picture to move. So we're going to get started. On Google Classroom link for today, click on the one that says template. You're going to click on the 3 dots in the top right corner, like you can see over here, the top right corner. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click on it and say, or click on those 3 dots and say, click to open in new window. So open in new window. That is what you need to click. Then you'll have the option to download it. If you don't see it in the top right corner, it will be, if you click on those 3 little dots, it'll say download there. So what we're going to do is we're going to now open that in Photopea. So go to photopea.com, and remember, watching the video doesn't get the job done. You need to also do the steps along with it. So File, Open, and click on the picture of the Legos from your downloads. Yes, I know I have a lot of different things in my downloads, so sometimes it takes me a minute to find. All right. What I'm going to do next is I need to find the Magic Wand tool. So looking at this one over here that looks like a potato in a square, I'm going to right click on it. Remember, if you're on a Chromebook, you can right click by clicking the touchpad with 2 fingers at the same time, or you can click Alt and click it at the same time. I'm going to click where it says Magic Wand. So what I'm going to do next, also if you don't see that as an option, just click on the search bar up here, type Magic Wand, and it'll select it for you. So the next thing I need to do is I need to adjust the tolerance. If I wanted, let's say I'm going to zoom in on the purple Lego. If I go to my Magic Wand and I click on it, you see that there are some gaps. It didn't fill all of it in. You notice that it fills it with the dotted line if it's encompassed by it, but you can see that there's a dotted line inside, which means that it didn't get all of it. So what I can do is I can deselect by right-clicking and click deselect, or like it says here, I could click Control and D at the same time. I'm going to adjust my tolerance. So my tolerance is how big of an area. If I have a tolerance of 0, it's going to select like 1 or 2 pixels at a time. If I have a tolerance of the maximum, which is 250, it takes the entire picture. So I'm going to zoom back in. I'm going to deselect, and I'm going to bring my tolerance to about 120, something like that. Then I'm going to click on my Lego. You see now it copied everything into that area and then encompasses the entire Lego. I'm going to zoom back out. I like to click fit the area because it basically puts the page to be the size of my screen. So what I'm going to do now that I have it selected is I'm going to click Edit, Copy, or Control and C. Then I'm going to click Edit, Paste. You see now it made a new layer with a Lego on it. So now I can click on my Move tool and I can move this over, just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that Lego. So layer, I'm going to click duplicate layer, same thing that I did when I was making the pizzas if I wanted to like duplicate pepperoni. So making sure that I'm on the layer that has just that one Lego on it. Layer, oh, nope, not duplicate info. That just gives me info on the layer. Layer, duplicate layer again. I'm going to bring that up. Let's do this one more time so that way we can do the one on top. Layer, duplicate layer. I'm going to drag this up here. Now I need to flip it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my mouse a little bit on top of the square on top. And you'll see that you have this kind of frowny face shaped with an arrow on each side. And then it lets you rotate it. So I can flip it upside down. I can just drag this to fit the space. Cool. So now what I need to do is I need to get that red Lego to be the bottom. So I'm going to click on my background layer because if I try to click on the red Lego here, it doesn't work because it literally just has that's the only layer it has it selected. So I'm going to click on my layer that says background. I'm going to click on my Lego, and as you can see, there's that was way too zoomed in. There's a lot of areas that didn't get encompassed with it. So I need to add them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the shift key and I'm going to click at the same time. So that adds it to my selection, especially these little pixels over here. So again, I'm going to click on the Lego. Then I'm going to hold down the key that says shift on my keyboard while I click. So that way I get all of this inside my selection. Cool. So now I can zoom back out. Edit, copy, edit, paste, and I can move this over. If it got a little bit of the black of the background, it's fine. We can adjust that with the tolerance, but it's fine if it got a little bit of the black of the background. As an optional, actually before we even do the optional step, let's sign our name. So click the text tool. I'm going to click on the top of my picture and type Miss Asarch. If I need to move it, I can just move my mouse like down here or something until I see that arrow with the 4 sides, and I can just move it that way. Optional last step is to add some arms. So I'm going to right click on the rectangle, which is the shape tool. And you guys know, if this is moving too fast, just pause it and start it. I'm going to click line. And I'm going to make a line to occupy this space. And then just like we did for the gradient project, I can change the color afterwards. Cool. If you want to do something fancy and give him like a top hat or something, you could give him a little top hat. You could give him a little rectangle top hat, Let me just move the text now. There we go. Very cool. All right, so that is our magic wand tool. I'm going to click File, Save as PSD, File, Export as PNG, hit Save, and you're going to put that on Google Classroom before 6 o'clock.